Pharmaceuticals, including antibiotics, anticonvulsants, mood stabilizers, and sex hormones, have been found in the drinking water supplies of at least 41 million Americans, an Associated Press investigation shows. Now, most of the cities just said, we're not going to give you our findings. Or they'd say, yeah, we found 57 drugs, that's one in here, but we're not going to even tell you what they are. We don't have to tell you. To be sure, the concentrations of these pharmacologicals are tiny, measured in quantities per parts per billion, far below the levels of medical dose. Also, utilities insist their water is safe. Well, my God, if they say so. 1 part per million, 3 parts per million sodium fluoride. That's what they use in the death camps to make people be servile. But, Pulitzer Prize-winning World War II books say it, but, they're lying, I'm sure. Nuremberg trial said it. I'm sure it's all lies. But the presence of so many prescription drugs and over-the-counter medicines like acetaminophen, ibuprofen, and so much of our drinking water is heightening worries about scientists of long-term consequences to human health. From California to New Jersey, and it goes on to report it. But as they shut down the web and access television around the country, and they're openly announcing they're doing that, access quicker than the internet, you will never be able to hear about all that or get the actual analysis. And the Statesman has decided to not let you hear that. They say, because of security threats, we can't let you know. The Statesman decided. I bet, was somebody at the Statesman part of InfraGard? The FBI recruiting 23,000 executives for shoot-to-kill orders. You're going to be little cronies in the martial law system. Oh, you don't believe me? Just Google InfraGard or go to InfraGard government website. In other news, I literally see 4 or 5 of these stories a day. Swiss, Dutch, British, U.S., Chinese, Japanese, Russian, South African studies. I mean, they put live cell phones a couple hours a day, cell phones that are on, in containers with rats, and the rats are all sterile and live half as long with brain tumors all over them, That's just a cell phone running a few hours a day in their nest. You study rats because they have an accelerated lifespan. You can see the effects very similar to humans, but in an abbreviated form, better for data and generations to get your study done quicker. Humans live 80 years or 74 on average for a male, 76 for a female, so it takes a little bit longer to do those studies, but we do now have those studies. Growing concerns over safety of cell phones for children. And there is a photo of this little girl. Herald Tribune, growing concern over safety of cell phones for children. And the kids all have cell phones glued to their heads, and they're all texting. And you get rare brain tumors now, huge increases in the studies that people never got before, right in the area where the main microwave beam, there's a corona that if you look at they have scans of these that pick up radio. There's university studies you can watch online where they show someone with a cell phone, and it basically blasts a high-powered microwave that dissipates after just a few feet. But, the cooking is going well. And there's more than 100 studies admitting that the brain, after 15 minutes on an average cell phone, heats 1 degree. The brain, they've done university studies actually putting electrodes in there where your brain is heating. That doesn't matter. It's the Herald Tribune. Let's not believe them. Maybe they need to be shut down too. Growing concern over safety of cell phones for children. The M01 beginner mobile phone is not as cuddly as a teddy bear, but manufacturers of the curvy crimson and blue cell phone for 6-year-olds promise a similarly warm and fuzzy relationship. And you give the kids their toy cell phones, just like all the toys for boys say UN Peacekeeper. It's all by accident, of course. Well, of course their kid wants those toys too, but the point is it's all part of the conditioning. They boast about socialization, emotional health, and the comforts of peace of mind. But the shiny child-sized phones are stirring some parental and governmental unease. Well, why? Just bury your child. Give them the shots. Let them have the cell phone. Eat GMO food. Don't listen to kooks like me. It's so much easier. Particularly at a time when the mobile telephone industry is reaching deeper into saturated markets to tap customers with chubby hands capable of cradling both dolls and phones. Already the demographic of young mobile phone users, teens and tweens, is driving subscriber growth in the United States. According to the International Data Corps, a technology research firm in Massachusetts, which projects that 31 million new young users will join the market, from 2005 to 2010. 31 million getting their brain tumors. But they habitualize us to cell phone use. You just get the habit in a Pavlovian fashion of always using the cell phone, always being on it, getting so used to it. I finally broke myself where I have a cell phone. Twice a day I check messages off of it with another phone. And about 3 times a week, if I'm really jammed in the car, I used to do business in the car, and it got a lot done. Hands-free isn't good either, because if it isn't a couple feet away from you, you put it in your lap, testicular cancer. That's major studies. But I'll do the hands-free or lay it beside me, but I just very rarely use it anymore. But I forget every minute on average, under federal law, there is a satellite tracking triangulation by the cell towers. There's not satellite tracker in your phone. It triangulates down to 3 feet from the cell towers. It also listens to you and tracks you. That's now declassified. I told you 10 years ago. Now it's declassified. That I forget to leave it in my pocket, though, and it does blurp once a minute. That's why if your cell phone is by a computer equipment, it'll drive everything wild. Well, just when it's sitting there, nobody's calling you, but it's like, dang, 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 dang. Or when somebody starts calling you before it even rings, you hear the and then it calls. Because, see, microwaves don't do well with electronics. Here, maybe I'll call somebody, get a little bit of radiation. Just to demonstrate, because I'm habitualized. You do it so much, you get a habit. You know, they tell you half of smoking is the habit or half of drinking is the habit. Well, I've got a habit right here. And they even admit in a couple studies that it's addictive because it actually increases intelligence, they believe, periodically just when you use it because it, for some reason they found in tests, they don't know if it was a placebo, when the brain heats up, that it actually makes you more, it actually boosts brain activity. Hey, hon. I'm on TV. How you guys doing? You want to turn the television on? I'll say hi to y'all. Did y'all guys see me say hi to you at the start? Turn it on right now. I'm going to say hi to you. I'm showing the kids all out there how to not microwave your brain. I'm getting a high dose of microwave radiation right now to my side and back lobes of the head, of the brain. Are you there? I guess you already turned off the television. Can you go turn on the brain sucker that we rarely turn on, that the Pentagon admits they even designed the flicker rate to hypnotize people? We go ahead and turn that on? So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, an experiment. See, I'm trying to habitualize you now to think about what a cell phone does to you, to consciously think about what you're doing to yourself, because I've almost weaned myself, literally, I may use it 1% out of 1,000 that I did just 2 years ago. It took some focusing, but I was able to do it. You guys watching? Hi, guys. Love you. I'm sorry, hon. Time Warner's instituted a delay because they're getting ready to shut Access TV down. There didn't used to be a delay, so you're probably watching me on TV and it's a delay, but there's no delay here. You see the delay? Yeah, it's pretty weird, huh? All right, are the kids still up? Oh, okay. Okay, bye. We're almost out of time, ladies and gentlemen. The globalist public documents say that they're going to tax all carbon footprint. Now, it isn't carbon dioxide, and things like that are hurting anything in the environment. It's a life-giving gas. But they say that's the key to life, to tax breathing. Meanwhile, they can take the restrictions off coal-burning plants to burn dirty coal full of mercury. You don't care. They can GMO foods that admittedly kill all the rats and monkeys that eat it. They'll just give it to you, and then diabetes and allergies and everything else explodes. And Paul Watson wrote a really powerful article for prisonplanet.com today. New proposals to fight global warming would end civilization, kill billions, and that's what the global leader calling for. A total monopoly, waging war against humanity. That is what Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement, covers. The time's short, folks. You shouldn't take for granted shows like these. And you shouldn't take for granted films like Endgame or Terror Storm, as you can see for free on Google Video or in high quality on DVD. The point is that coming up Wednesday, the Time Warner suing the city, and trying to shut access down. And the last 2 times they tried to shut it down, we beat them. This time they're winning in court. We need to see you down at the City Council Wednesday, 7:30 at the City Hall. God bless you all. Great job to the folks running the show.